Hello, and welcome to today's episode of the Best Gundam Models period, where today I'll be reviewing the Blood Angels Furioso Dreadnought from Warhammer 40k. Now, this model is no longer available. I purchased it from Amazon.com a few years ago during 9th edition. And as of the time of this recording, we are still in the middle of 10th edition. This model has since been replaced by the Brutalis Dreadnought. And the Brutalis Dreadnought as well has replaced the Death Company Dreadnought. Still, being an older model, is it any good? Well, stay tuned and find out. Also stay tuned for a photo montage at the end, along with some original music. Now, this model did go together quite easily. Here is the instruction guide for this model. As you can see, it's in full color. And over here on the left, you can see the build options, top being the Furioso Dreadnought, middle being the Death Company Dreadnought, the bottom being the Librarian Dreadnought. There's currently no replacement for that, so yeah. Over here you see the different weapon options. I went with the dual Furioso Fist. You can also have some type of heavy bolter or grenade launcher. And you're also can also give it either these claws on the right or the regular fingers on the left. The main difference between each dreadnought is the coffin that goes on the front. And though you do have some differences in weaponry. And on the right here you have full color photos of the painted models. The black one being the Death Company Dreadnought and the bottom right being the Librarian Dreadnought. I did keep the arms separate, mounted them on a pill bottle for easier painting. Because as you can see, there's not much space to get a brush in there and paint those details between the body and the arms. For the paint job, I used a combination of Citadel, the Army Painter, and Tamiya paints. This was before the War Paints Fanatic line. I pretty much just used it to highlight the metallics. They're old metallics. The old War Paints metallics are pretty good paints. They weren't very fussy like the other colors in the range. Now, War Paints Fanatic, those are amazing. Some of the best paints I've used. The complete paint list will be listed in the description below. I also used some Blood Angels transfers on this model. These are the old Blood Angels transfers, 2017. Yeah, a lot of the symbols are the same on the newer transfer sheets, but some of them are a little different. I'll have to do a comparison when I review the Blood Angels, the new Blood Angels upgrade set. Well, came out in 2024, so that's last year, but they're still new in my eyes. Now for some size comparisons. First, we'll start off with some other Blood Angels. Here is Mephiston, Primaris Mephiston. That was an excellent model, really fun to paint. a Primaris Captain. That's the one that I did the Blood Angels painting tutorial with. And a heavy Intercessor. Sorry to block the camera there for a second. And now, time for some other Dreadnoughts. Here is the Horus Heresy Leviathan Dreadnought. It's quite a bit bigger than the Furioso. And here is the new Ballistus Dreadnought. I think the Ballistus Dreadnought might have come out last year, too. Late last year. But it's still new in my eyes. And while we're on the topic of red machines and red warriors, might as well compare it with Char's Zaku 2, the Origin version. Char's Zaku 2 stands about 5 inches tall, so I estimate the Furioso to be maybe a little over 2 inches tall. So, is the Furioso Dreadnought worth the price? Well, that depends. For the original asking price, I paid around, I think, 50 bucks for it. Maybe a little less. I'd say, yeah, go for it. It was a fun model to paint. I don't know, I don't play 40K, I just like to paint the models. But it was a fun model to paint. It's very well detailed, as you can see. And I don't know what the current asking price is, since the model is no longer available. But yeah, it is a fun little model to paint. And it is much smaller than the current Dreadnoughts that are available. But still a great model. Stay tuned for a photo montage and some original music. This song is called Minds of Madness. I know I just used it in, I think, my last video. But I really like this song that I wrote. So you're going to hear it again. Bye. Until next time.